Now we'd like to get some views from the players about the 1986-87 basketball season. First, I'd like to talk to Mr. Scott Harris, who's averaging 7 points a game with 5 assists. Okay, Scott, after a 3-1 start, what are your feelings about the season so far, and has any players impressed you particularly as the season goes on?
Well, I think we're off to a good start being 3-1. Even though if we would have shot our free throws better in the first game, we'd be 4-0. As far as any particular player impressing me or standing out, I have to say it's Brian Pretty. Not because of the way he's played, but because of the way he's handled the pressure. Because last year he was mostly a JV player. He did play some varsity at the end. And this year he stepped right into a starting position, and he's been put in some situations where he's had to take the leadership role because I've fouled out of 2 games so far this season. He's put in some positions where he's had to take the leadership role, and I just think he's handled it very well, and I think he's a big reason why we're 3-1.
Okay, as the season progresses, do you have any goals you'd like to reach? Or as far as individual goals, would you like to reach any certain standards?
Well, of course, the main goal is to win every game left on the schedule. And if we can't do that, at worst, a winning season. We've got to have a winning season this year. It's been too long since North Bullitt's had a winning season, and it's going to change this year. Another thing is, whenever you talk to people that's already graduated from North Bullitt, they're always talking about if we could have, or if we would have, or, we should have done this. And this is my last year, and I don't want to have to say that, next year. I want to be able to say, we did this, and, I'm proud of it, and just look back on it and feel good about it.
Okay, now I'd like to talk to Mr. Brian Wise. Okay, Brian was also a member of our 10-0 1986 football season. Brian, as far as switching over from football to basketball, what are the mental and physical aspects toward each game? Have you had to make a big adjustment switching to basketball?
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark. First of all, something that has been totally different coming out this year is the conditioning. Conditioning's it's totally different from football as it is toward basketball. Basketball, it's nothing but sprints, and you've got to get in great condition to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes or more at one time up and down the floor. Whereas in football, you go, 20 seconds or so, and then you get a 30-second break, and it's totally different. But after a few weeks, I'm getting better, and I feel I'll come around.
Now, do you think the football team's success has had any influence whatsoever on the basketball's good start at 3-1?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it gave a lot of people a lot of high expectations for the basketball season because of the good season we had. A lot of people feel it would put a lot of pressure on the basketball team to do as well as the football team, but I don't believe so at all. I believe pressure is something you put on yourself, and I don't believe this team has it all. This team has just went out, and we're doing what we have to do to win. And like Scott said earlier, we're that close to being 4-0 right now.
Okay, do you think individually, being 10-0, do you think that's carried over on you individually as far as putting pressure on yourself, trying to sort of match the football team's record?
Well, it has and it hasn't. Like I said, I try not to put pressure on myself because I feel that's the only way pressure comes about is if you do put it on yourself. And when I do, from past experience, I don't perform as well as I should. So I do the best I can to not put any pressure on myself. And I'm a little slow right now because I was a month behind from playing football, and I didn't get to come out until a month after the basketball season had started. But I figure within a month or so I'll be okay, and I'll be back to where I was last year.
Yeah, I think you're doing a heck of a job. Okay, next I'd like to introduce Mr. Harris-Wise-Logsdon. He's averaging 6 points a game as well as 4 rebounds. He came off a good Western Anderson game last night. Okay, Noonie, I'd like to ask you, okay, on your jerseys I noticed it has team plus attitude equals success. Okay, that seems to be North Bullitt's philosophy. How can you explain that to anybody that doesn't know about North Bullitt's program?
The philosophy of team attitude equals success has been here, ever since I've been a freshman, and Coach Stutter stresses that the philosophy of team plus attitude equals success has been here ever since I've been a freshman. Coach Jefferson and the other other three coaches on the coaching staff stress it because they believe if you work as a team and you have the right attitude and you have a good attitude about playing ball, then you'll get some results. You'll be successful. And so far this year, we've all worked hard. We all have the right attitude, and we're 3-1. And we're 2 points away from being 4-0. So that's basically it.
Okay, how would you compare North Bullitt to other Bullitt County teams?
Well, I think right now we have more size than any other Bullitt County team this year. And the thing about it, it's not more or less, you know, the big men playing. We have an all-around team this year. Our guard play has been strong. Scott and Brian Pretty playing real strong. And it's more or less all-around team effort, whereas Bullitt Central, they have Kurt Greathouse and Greg Hoagland. And Bullitt East has Eric Moore and Kevin Hughes. And we're just a better all-around team.
Okay, do you have any individual goals you'd like to reach for this basketball season?
Yeah, myself, I'd like for the team to have a 20-win season this year and to go high in regions. I think we do real well if we go to regions.
Okay.